Hello, YouTube. I am Vince White. I am an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. I must tell you to like and subscribe, comment down below. It helps me to help more people just like you. And I should tell you our tagline, which is everybody works, not everybody wins. I got to get all things out of the way. All right, so there's been some questions about how I choose what questions to answer on this channel. Very simple. I answer the questions that I think are going to help the most people, right? So the person asking the question would generally always be helped by the answer. Or if they're not helped by the answer, at least they got an answer, right? Like sometimes people just get answers they don't like. That's not necessarily going to help them if they don't accept the answer, but I still try to give them the answer. So that's fine. You always help that person, or at least try to, right? But if you answer a question about a really common issue, like how to complain to HR, like a YouTube user just asked a question, like, what's the best way to go about complaining to HR? And I thought about it. I was like, well, that is going to help hundreds, if not thousands of people over the lifetime of this video, right? That could have real value to a lot of people. So I instantly saw that and I was like, excuse me. I was like, I gotta make that video because that's going to help some people, right? And that is the process. That is absolutely the process. The questions that I think will have the most value to the most people are the ones that get answered. I will also say I see a lot of people spamming their questions or trying to like slip their questions through other channels and stuff like that. Generally, I just kind of discard those because the spammed questions, like if you post it 30 times in 30 different places, like I don't love that you're filling up my inbox with notifications from YouTube. And obviously we operate a completely separate inbox for YouTube. Like the volume of notifications from YouTube would render my email unusable, right? But even then, with this additional mailbox, as people go through the questions and kind of like highlight some, we definitely have a process by which if you're spamming us a question repeatedly, we just maybe that's not going to get answered, right? Because it just makes our life harder, right? And then occasionally there's just people who ask questions that I think like touch upon major misunderstandings in our field, and I do like to jump on those because I feel like a lot of attorneys won't clear up some of those questions. Like a lot of like some questions are tough and the answers are tough. And people don't like the answers, even though the answers are accurate. And I think that I'm at a stage in my career, luckily enough, oddly enough, where I can be the villain who says, yeah, so this thing you think is just not true, and here's why, and here's like the sources. And that upsets a lot of people. But I can do that. I don't need to be out there trying to make everybody happy at this point in my career. So I can clear up some of this nonsense that goes on in our industry in a way that some other attorneys early in their career, at different stages in their career, maybe can't, right? So I do try to jump on those grenades a little bit. Just feels like because I'm in a position where I can, I ought to. So this is a quick rundown on how we choose what questions to answer. Oh, and yeah, the questions do always have to be publicly posted. That protects us from any allegations that we shared confidential information or something like that, right? If you post a question and use an anonymous username, we can't share anything that you haven't shared publicly already, right? And it can't be tracked back to you because you used an anonymous username, right? So that's how we do it. It's the only way we do it. There's no like super secret send Vince a text message on his cell phone that appears at the exact minute that I'm going to make a video. Like that's not a thing. If it is a thing, I would absolutely just block your number and consider legal action. There'd be no legal action, but I'd be annoyed. Take care.